the movement of Israelites after 430 years from the bondage of Egyptians.
The month of January, Israelites' first month of the year.
January 10, every man's household to take for himself a lamp according to the house. The ninth plague, Moses stretched out his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They, the Egyptians, did not see one another, nor did anyone rise from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. But against none of the children of Israel shall a dog move its tongue against man or beast, that you may know that the Lord does make a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at evening, you shall eat unleavened bread. Midnight, that the Lord struck all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of the Pharaoh who sat on his throne, to the firstborn of the captive who was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of livestock. So Pharaoh rose in the night, he, all his servants, and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. Egyptians were burying all their firstborn whom the Lord had killed among them. Also their gods the Lord had executed judgments. They, the Israelites, departed from Ramesses in the first month on the 15th day of the first month. On the day after the Passover, the children of Israel went out with boldness in the sight of all the Egyptians. Summary dates of Israelites' movement from January 10 to January 15. January 15 is the Israelites leave the place Ramesses, and God skirted them the way to Red Sea. Then we turned and journeyed into the wilderness of the way of the Red Sea, as the Lord spoke to Moses, and we skirted Mount Seir for many days. Pharaoh had let Israelites go, that God did not lead them by way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near, for God said, lest perhaps the people change their minds when they see war and return to Egypt. Then we turned and journeyed into the wilderness of the way of the Red Sea, as the Lord spoke to Moses, and we skirted Mount Seir for many days. You have skirted this mountain long enough. But lift up your rod and stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. Lord said to Moses, stretch out your hand over the sea, that the waters may come back upon the Egyptians, on the chariots, and on their horsemen. Then the waters returned and covered the chariots, the horsemen, and all the army of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them, not so much as one of them remained. Walk versus riding on the horse. But the children of Israel had walked on dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall to them on their right hand and on their left. Like, hit the notification bell, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. God bless. Thank you.
Sana Canon kamera?
No, DJI Osmo.
Ay,
Kami sa kanyang sabaw. successful.